A short documentary on the White Spotted Fantail by Krish Anand. Disclaimer: no birds were harmed in the making of this video. Viewer discretion is advised. The White Spotted Fantail or the Spot-breasted Fantail, Rhipidura albogularis, named for its tail that resembles a hand fan, is a small passerine bird commonly found hopping around in our surroundings, trees or in thorny bushes. They are found in southern and central India. An adult white spotted fantail is about 19 centimeters long and has a dark fan-shaped tail. They don a white throat, eyebrow and belly with black spots on it. These birds are insectivorous. Now let's visit its nest. These birds build small cup-shaped nests in which they lay 2 to 3 eggs. In this case, we have 2 cute little chicks. Let's name them Fluffy and Bluffy. Here is the mother feeding Bluffy. And again. The chicks are very young and they haven't opened their eyes yet, so they cannot see their parents. Hence, they rely on the vibrations they feel on the branches to guess if their parents are here to feed them and open their mouth. Here's an example of a false trigger on the branch. Here's the view from a different angle. Replay. Back to feeding. The mother feeds Bluffy a housefly. The mother feeds Fluffy a weaver ant. Now the mother feeds Fluffy a small wasp. Also, I can't really distinguish between the father and the mother of the species since they both look very similar to each other, so I am just guessing. If the parents don't catch any food for some time, they come back to the nest to check on the chicks. When the parents aren't nearby, the chicks are exposed to predators and threats. Hence, this family takes safety precautions to keep themselves safe. Such as, they don't directly go to the nest. Instead, they hop from branch to branch to confuse any watching predators. After feeding the chicks poop that can attract predators due to its odor. Thus, the parents feed the chicks, wait for them to poop, and dispose of it away far from the nest. As seen here. And here is the father feeding the chicks. Here, the mother carries the poop away again. The fantails are brave enough to scare any animals of any shape and size that come close to their nest, as seen above in this video. Here is something which is very special that I observed. I think this is a wonderful way to understand the survival skills and adaptation of these small cuties. Notice the tree shrub that the fantail builds its nest in. This shrub is called the yellow oleander and is locally referred to as Cascabella thivetia. Also, notice the size, shape and color of the fruits of these shrubs. They look very similar to the hatchlings of the fantail itself. Does this not make for wonderful camouflage for the chicks? Any predator can easily get confused between the fruits and the chicks. Matter of fact, when I would keep checking on them during the rain etc., it would sometimes be so hard to spot the young ones, which would hop from branch to branch learning how to fly. This is the wonder of nature. Back to the video. After one last feed in the evening, the mother stays by the nest and watches over the chicks during the evening and the night, as you can see in the following 3-minute time lapse. And when it rains, the parents shield their chicks from the rains with their fantails. And after many days of waiting, I finally captured the very first moments of the chicks spreading their wings. Have a look. Here's Fluffy preening and spreading his wings. And here's Bluffy spreading his wings. As the chicks learn to fly, they move further away from their home, and nature always has its own surprises, which could be dangers lurking by. This could be in the form of other birds, cats, snakes, rodents, and ants. So I improvised. What the parents may not have considered is the stormwater drain right below the nest. Any probability of the chicks falling off the nest could mean that they could get swept away in the flowing water. After discussing with my dad and a few rescue experts, we made a wire cage and hung it right below the nest without disturbing the nest of the little one. This way, even if the chicks were to fall, they would be safe inside the metal cage for them to climb up and live another day. Another observation I made is that they can glide down from branch to branch pretty easily, but they require much more effort to fly back up. This is survival of the fittest. If they do not learn to do this, they are doomed. Oh, and also, the chicks are finally starting to fly, and Bluffy was the first one to leave the nest. Take a look. So here is Fluffy, still in the nest. And here is Bluffy, already starting to fly. As the chicks are practicing flight, they keep flying to different places. So now when they see their parents, as they are much older, they can call to their parents and signal their location. Here, have a listen of this melodious recording. And with this method, the parents will be able to find their chicks and be able to feed them. And eventually both Fluffy and Bluffy left the nest. And here comes the father to feed them. And then finally both of them stretched their legs and decided to part ways for some time. Fluffy stayed close to the nest while Bluffy went high up and explored more stuff. Let's focus on Bluffy for now. And here comes his mother to feed him. And his father arrives with food too. More food. Okay now, enough of Bluffy. It's Fluffy time. Here comes his mom with food. Here comes his dad. More quality content. And eventually, the great efforts of the hard-working parents paid off. I caught a video of both Fluffy and Bluffy on the same perching point. Both Fluffy and Bluffy successfully fledged and are now ready to start a family of their own. Thank you for watching this video fully. I really appreciate it. This documentary took me more than 2 months in patiently waiting for those perfect moments and editing them into this presentation. End credits. If you're still here, thanks for watching fully. Come visit Nati Biryani.